Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday. So, second Monday of the week. You know how that one goes. So, I wanted to start off. I am still in the process of sending out all those emails that I talked about yesterday. I've got through about 1,000 of them so far, and the emails just keep coming as fast as I can get them out. My number of emails does not go down. So, I'm still working on it. I've spent about 4 hours this evening sending them out to you. I apologize if y'all have, I'm reading the emails, but I apologize if y'all have asked for questions or something like that in the emails. I'm just trying to send back the letter as fast as I can to everybody because so many people are asking for it. And obviously everyone's reply to an email, add an attachment, send, rinse, lather, rinse, and repeat. So I do apologize if I'm not answering the questions in some of them. Most of you guys are just asking for the letters. A couple of them I was responding to, and then I just started getting further and further behind, so that was it. But I'm getting it. I'll work on it a little bit more before bed tonight because it's about 9:45 here on Monday evening when I'm finally recording this, and I haven't really had a chance to pay much attention to a whole lot of anything today. Fortunately, I already had an idea what I wanted to talk about for the morning video, so hence here we are. So, food, shortages, more. Let's just, how about that? This is what we need. And I'm going to run into a couple of things here. Chicken shortages. Now, if anybody's been to the grocery store lately and purchased chicken, you've noticed the prices have gone up, okay? And, we've already saw the price of beef go through the roof last year. I told you the other day, I remember seeing it for $6.79 a pound for 80/20 ground beef. Well, now we're running into a chicken issue. And again, if you think about proteins, meats, your staples are, beef, pork, and chicken. Sure, you can add fish in there, but so many people don't like fish. Those three staples. Well, beef has already gone through the roof, and beef is expensive. It's come down, but it's still expensive. Chicken has traditionally been your least expensive meat. And so now what we're running into is a chicken shortage. Now, if you remember back in February, there was the stories about Kentucky Fried Chicken running out of chicken. And I kind of joked in there. I remember going to an Arby's one time on Christmas Eve as we were traveling, and Arby's said, "Hey, we're out of roast beef." It's kind of hard to run a business when you're named Kentucky Fried Chicken and you don't have any chicken. But that was back in February. But if you also remember what also happened back in February, you had that massive cold spell that went through Texas, the deep freeze that was down there. Texas got all the headlines, but what you don't realize is that, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Mississippi all got hit with that pretty bad too. And those half a dozen states right there, that's where the majority of the poultry farms in the country are. So you had a lot of chickens killed off because of the cold. I mean, again, imagine the size of a chicken ranch, okay? And I'm not talking about the place in Nevada. The cold weather whacked the chickens as well. So now we have a chicken shortage, which is, of course, leading to another price increase. And this is what we've talked about over and over and over again. Same thing with the drought going on in California. If there's less product, that drives the price up. Okay, so now more people are competing for that same thing. Well, now we're talking about another protein. Now, we remember last year killing off the hogs, pouring milk out. Then we saw the price of beef go up through the roof. Now we're seeing the price of chicken go up. It hasn't got astronomical yet, but it is going up. Now, if you get into a little bit further on that, again, your paycheck is not going up at the same rate that prices are. And food, obviously, is one of the things that we need, okay? Water, yeah, price of water may have gone up. I don't know. I'm on a well, so I don't get a water bill. And your mortgage is provided you got a fixed rate mortgage, that's not going to change. Your rent, okay, if you've got the lease, it's not going to change, but your food price is going to change constantly. Now, the other thing you get at is some of the economic indicators, and Bank of America came out today, meaning Monday, saying that inflation is still going up. Not that we all don't know that. We talked about that a week or so back, where the government is reporting 2 to 3%, and when you put the real numbers together, we're actually running at about 12%. Okay, the government's always the last to know, not a big surprise. Well, B of A is saying that we're going to go exponentially higher here. And so, again, this comes into talking about get stuff now. If you got a freezer, fill it. Buy more canned goods. I'm not going to tell you about gardening. I think I've beaten that horse to death. Okay. But as B of A put it today, they're calling it transitory hyperinflation that is ahead. Okay. And I'll quote these to you. Buckle up, inflation is here. Okay. This is what they're saying. And where the government is saying 2 to 3%, Bank of America has now come out and said 12% is where we're at, which tells you that, again, reminds you what they're doing. They're looking in arrears as to where we are. That's where we've already been. It's the first mention of somebody seeing reality. Now, we're going to see shortages on chicken. Great, okay? Shortages on God knows how many other things that we're already seeing. We've all walked in the store and see empty shelves, or not nearly the selection that we're used to. But as the price of stuff goes up and the selection goes down, that's going to get frayed nerves going on. So, when they're saying that we're at 12%, that's a month, 2 months in arrears. So what are we actually at? Are we actually now seeing, 15% inflation? Because then here's the other thing that I'll talk about. And one of my favorite topics always is talking about silver. Anybody notice the price of silver right now? $27 today. I think it was $27.03 at the close. All right, silver went up 5% today. Now, again, like I told you, is silver and inflation, well, precious metals and inflation are counterintuitive. The more inflation goes up, the more silver goes up. The value of the dollar goes down, the value of precious metals goes up. Well, the value of the dollar goes down with inflation. So this is, again, where I was saying before. I still think we see mid to high 30s on silver this year. And what's going to cause that? Inflation. Because I'm going to go out there and say again, I bet the inflation numbers for this year actually get to 20%. Just from what we're seeing, because everywhere, you guys are emailing me articles I'm reading, videos that I've seen, are saying, I bought a gallon of milk, it was, $2.69, now it's $3.99. I just talked about the chicken. We know the price of beef. Gas, I paid $2.79 a gallon for gas, so gas is up another 10 cents this week. Like the rest of you, my paycheck isn't going up, but my costs are. So this is the thing to watch. The inflation, all the signals are there again for inflation, as we've all talked about. And now, stuff that we talked about 2-3 weeks ago, 12% inflation. Now all of a sudden you have the first comment coming out of a bank/brokerage firm, because Bank of America owns Merrill Lynch, talking about the facts that we've already come up with. So, guys, stock. Buy the stuff that you can now, because the prices aren't coming back down. Do what we've talked about constantly. If you see the stuff on sale, buy it, okay? Buy your, if you see pork on sale, buy 4 times the pork that you normally need, stick it in the freezer, or can it, or do whatever you need to be, because it was on sale this week. Because next week, maybe ground beef's on sale, or maybe chicken legs and chicken thighs are on sale or something. Buy the stuff when it's on sale. Buy more of it than you need. Put it away however you can and do it that way. That's going to be how you're going to do it. Do what Mrs. P does. Mrs. P is already looking at turtlenecks and sweaters. Why? Because she can get them at 80% off. Okay, it's the beginning of May. Nobody's buying winter clothes, so they're getting rid of all of, trying to clear out warehouses. Well, sure, when she's buying something for $6 that's normally, 30, that's a good deal. So get, if you can find your winter clothes, buy them now. Everybody wants to buy swimsuits now. Time to buy a swimsuit was back in November when we were going into winter. Save the money wherever you can and be proactive with it. Like I said a while back, if you're looking at, if you've got projects that you want to do, get the stuff now so you can do the projects later, because A, the stuff's going to be more expensive later, and B, you might not be able to get it. Think of all those people who had something to do with, let's say, building a deck or whatever. They would have bought the wood last summer. Boy, they're pretty happy about not having to buy it now. Because now if you're trying to buy it and do that, you're going, maybe I can't afford to do it. So, start planning out accordingly, more than just your food, which obviously you need to stock, but start planning out other stuff, clothing, shoes, materials, whatever you need, because as the prices keep going up, buy the stuff when it's on sale now. So that's what I kind of wanted to give you today, guys, but if you can find chicken cheap, buy it, because you're not going to be able to get it for long. Have a good Tuesday. Pinball out.